those sad ones, you know.
Thank you, Super Bad Brad.
Yes, that's right. That's me.
You're a star.
Thank you very much.
Really?
Thank you. Yeah, here's a New York song. The police in New York City chased a boy right through the park in a case of mistaken identity. They put a bullet through his heart. Heartbreaker with your 44. I wanna tear your world apart. Heartbreaker with your 44. I wanna tear your world apart. A 10-year-old girl on a street corner, sticking needles in her
Well, this is James Kalm, the guy on the bike, welcoming you all back for another adventure in half-assitude. We're going to run in and take a look at a show by John Wesley here at FREDERICKS FREISER. Well, the title of the exhibition is John Wesley, Alice's Floor, Repetition and Absence. And here in the press release, it says that the show is focusing on paintings made between 1977 and 1990. And so basically this is the work done during the 80s. And they talk about how his subject matter was a little different, and he's not dealing with the narrative imagery that he had been. So in certain ways, this is kind of dealing more with taking his images and turning them into patterns. I've always admired Wesley's his images and his use of line, and also he's a pretty good technician. He really has a nice hand, and it's a very pristine surface on these. I also enjoy his kind of standard notes of color that he always uses, the soft blues and the pinks. This piece is titled Couch with Sailboat from 1989. This is 60 by 51 inches. Now, I kind of first became aware of his work by going by Don Judd's building down on Spring Street in Soho. And Don Judd started writing about John Wesley, well, I guess probably in the mid-60s. This is Alice's Floor. A 64 by 64. And I also I admire Wesley's use of this black line. This is titled Matterhorn. Now, I guess you would consider John Wesley a pop artist. And at this point, he's one of the few surviving pop artists, but I don't think he got the kind of attention during the early 60s that people like Lichtenstein or Rosenquist got. And I think that was one of the points that Don Judd always made in his writing, was that Wesley is actually very, very important and relevant pop artist. It's called Night Titanic. I like this one because he's kind of getting away from his blues and getting into this nice, cool gray. This is from 1984, and it's 60 by 72 inches. This makes me think of some of the new image paintings by people like maybe Robert Moskowitz. This is untitled Horses and Clouds. And it's a very interesting perspective on the horses, almost as if you were lying on the ground and watching them jump over the top of you. Well, I think that perhaps one of the things that kind of distinguishes John Wesley from a pop artist like Rosenquist or even early Warhol is that rather than just copying comic strips by other people, I think Wesley was kind of using the vernacular, using the idea and the techniques of cartoons, but he was designing them and creating them himself. All of his imagery does have a kind of tongue-in-cheek cartoon quality. Let's go in the back room. Oh, there's some pink. This is untitled, Klimt Bed. I wonder if he's referring to Gustav Klimt. But here again we have the reference to his patterns. I don't know, would you consider that Art Nouveau architecture for the windows? Nicely, closely toned colors there. This is titled Dusk, Barcelona. It's 36 by 52 inches. Yeah, somehow I knew this piece was going to be titled Hedge. It's from 1982 and it's 24 by 108 inches. This is a diptych titled Swallows. This actually makes me think of one of the conceptual paintings by Bell Bachner when he had a couple of rectangles painted on the floor, and then he covered them with newspapers, and then when he left the papers as they were painted, and then in the other rectangle he sort of picks up and kicks the papers around to mix them up. Very nice, light powder blue and black. And we've got some gouaches over here. Oh, this is nice. We get a chance to sort of see his studies, get a chance to see some of the thought processes he goes through. Wind study number 1. It's almost an Asian quality about this. Untitled. Also untitled and they're all acrylic. It's 12.5 by 16.25 inches. It's James Kalm reporting on John Wesley, Alice's Floor, Repetition and Absence. Here at FREDERICKS and FREISER. Thank you, Katie.
Oh yeah!